All right, today we're going on a journey, but not to outer space. No, we're going to an equally vast and, honestly, maybe even more mysterious universe, the one that's right inside our own minds. We're going to explore a blueprint for a totally new frontier of human exploration, and it's all centered around our dreams.
I mean, just think about that for a second. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But this is the core idea driving a huge technological and philosophical revolution. What if dreams, the most personal, private experiences we have, could become a shared reality, a new way to connect, to communicate, and to really understand each other on a whole new level?
So, this all leads to the central idea, the creation of a brand new form of media, what the source material calls virtual dreams. Just imagine it, a synthetic, on-demand lucid dream, a fully immersive experience that you can just step into whenever you want.
Okay, so what exactly is a virtual dream? Well, the formal definition is a new medium for exploring the mind with an experience so immersive it can feel as real as reality itself. The whole concept is really inspired by lucid dreaming. You know, that state where you suddenly realize you're dreaming and you can actually start to control what happens.
Now, what's so cool about this is how it grounds this really futuristic concept. This isn't just some sci-fi fantasy. It's being framed as the next logical step in how we experience media. I mean, think about it. We went from text to film to video games, which themselves went from a simple Game Boy to these massive, sprawling online worlds. Virtual dreams, they're just the next stage in that evolution. So the big question is, how do we actually get there? Well, the key piece of technology is the brain-computer interface, or BCI. And I love this metaphor. The creators of this idea call it a new telescope, a tool that's going to let us peer into the inner cosmos of the brain, just like Galileo's telescope opened up the heavens for us to see.
And you know, this technology isn't just appearing out of thin air. It's standing on the shoulders of giants. The research really kicked off way back in the 18th century, with Galvani showing that electricity and our nervous system were linked. You fast forward to 1924, and we get the first EEG recordings of human brainwaves. And then, by 1969, get this, a monkey was literally controlling a device with a single neuron from its brain.
But here's the catch with today's BCI tech. It all comes down to a critical trade-off. The safe, non-invasive methods, like an EEG that just reads brainwaves from your scalp, well, they have pretty low resolution. To get the really high-res data you need to read individual neurons, you have to use more invasive methods. And that, right there, is the central engineering challenge we're facing.
And this brings us right to the core problem. Despite all this incredible history and technology, progress towards the kind of high-resolution BCIs we'd need for virtual dreams is, well, it's slow. And the source material argues that the very structure of the industry, this race for the brain, is actually what's holding the whole revolution back.
How slow are we talking? This number really says it all. Right now, our ability to record from multiple neurons at once only doubles every 7 years. It's known as Stephenson's law. And a huge reason for this slow pace is that the research is crazy expensive and the data often gets locked away inside private labs. According to this blueprint, that model is just way too slow to unlock the future.
So, what it all comes down to is this contrast right here. The current system is closed. You have private companies keeping secrets, competing with each other, and it slows down progress for everyone. The proposed alternative is an open, collaborative system where shared goals and open source principles could just dramatically accelerate innovation.
So what's the solution? Well, it's a completely new blueprint, a decentralized network for neuroscience. Don't think of it like a single company's private lab. Think of it more like the internet itself, an open platform where anyone can contribute. It's actually inspired by networks like Bitcoin, and it's designed to financially reward people for collaborating instead of competing.
The mission for this network is crystal clear. It's designed to be a powerful catalyst, a strong forcing function. The whole goal is to shatter that 7-year bottleneck and just massively accelerate our ability to interface with the brain. And this slide basically lays out the master plan. Step 1, build that open, decentralized network. Step 2, use a digital token to actually reward researchers for contributing so everyone's goals are aligned. Step 3, use all that collaboration to speed up the core BCI technology. And then finally, Step 4, build the ultimate application on top of it all, virtual dreams.
But here's the thing. This whole blueprint, it's not just about building cooler technology. It's about enabling a fundamental shift in what we do as humans.
The ultimate goal here is actually a philosophical one, to finally make it possible for us to take the journey inward.
For centuries, humanity has been focused on exploring outward, right? Charting the globe, reaching for the stars, planning trips to Mars. But what the source suggests is that there's this whole other parallel frontier just waiting for us. The journey inward, to explore the very nature of our own minds and consciousness that might just hold the answers to some of our biggest questions.
And this quote, this just perfectly captures the essence of the whole project. After centuries of looking out at the stars, maybe the time has come to look in. The most complex, the most mysterious, and maybe the most rewarding frontier we have yet to explore might be the one right behind our own eyes.
So, what would we find on this journey inward? Well, one of the key concepts is this idea of infinite loops. Think of these as the unconscious mental habits, the self-destructive patterns and filters that kind of run our lives on autopilot. They taint how we see things and rob us of our ability to be truly present and see reality clearly.
And this is where virtual dreams become so much more than just a new form of media. They become tools for healing. I mean, imagine a totally safe virtual space where you could confront and overcome your deepest fears. Or a tool that could make you aware of your own infinite loops so you can finally break free and, as the source puts it, attain liberty from mental afflictions.
So ultimately, this all leads to one profound final question. This technology isn't just about seeing what's inside our minds, it's about giving us the tools to actually change it. If you really had a telescope for your own consciousness, a map to your own inner world, who or what would you choose to become?